So as we break formation there, we see the number 35 of Hodgson go to the infield, but it does look as though that was just to get to the rear of the grid there. So a little bit strategic from Hodgson there. As we get the cars in their spots, ready to run around, and we should be looking good to take the green next time by, Hayden.
Yeah, we've got a good 30 laps the distance heading up our way. Probably the best front row we could have asked for here at the moment. Michael Pickens on the inside, Caden Brown running on the outside, Seavey and Kofoid your second row.
So the lights will be out this time by as the Mahindra safety vehicle pulls to the infield. We are set for 30 laps for the New Zealand Midget car title. Ladies and gentlemen, the New Zealand Midget car title, the front row, Michael Pickens, Caden Brown, as we head around turn 3 and 4 across the chalk, your pace setter on the outside of the front row. Caden Brown gets the initial jump and will run them down into Midas turn number 1.
Pickens out of shape on the initial start, but Buddy Kofoid wastes no time, goes straight to the top of the racetrack down there in turn number 1 and 2. Slide job for your race lead, and Buddy Kofoid will lead out of turn number 4. Caden Brown can't cross him over.
And a whole lot of cars getting out of shape down the front stretch as we see a mud cover fly through the air down into the pole line and up into Midas turn number 1. But Buddy Kofoid getting off to an early ripper of a start, but Caden Brown not mucking around and trying to slow that run of momentum as they're 3 wide heading down the front stretch.
Kofoid splits the difference out of turn number 4 as they're side by side, only inches between them. Kofoid maintains the race lead. Pickens heads to the bottom of the racetrack back in 3rd. Seavey just waiting back and forth as Pickens wheel stands off the bottom out of 3.
Caden Brown knows he can't let Buddy Kofoid break away like he did in the 50 lapper, so Pickens now sets after it. But Caden Brown, his teammate, fights back. But look who's lurking in the back of the Greenway Total Access. 1NZ of Logan Seavey wants a piece on Michael Pickens.
And as these guys continue to battle, it's allowing Kofoid to get away. Kofoid over half a second of a lead already in the early stages here as he just gets slightly tight into 3. Caden Brown locks in 2nd, and Michael Pickens out of the top 3.
There you have it. So Buddy Kofoid leads from Caden Brown. Caden Brown looking comfortable up on that top shelf as we've got Travis Buckley stopped down here at NZ Safety Blackwoods turn number 3.
Kofoid stamping his authority in the early stages here. 1.2 second lead the difference as the cars behind him continued to battle. Something we saw there was Michael Pickens drop out of the top 3 and Logan Seavey really turned it on. Alec Inslee sitting back there in 5th.
That's it. So Alec Inslee doing what he does best and playing the long game as well and being extremely strategic. Corbin Anderson and Alec Inslee, sorry, Hayden Williams and Corbin Anderson getting a little bit out of shape on the opening lap, down through that rut exiting turn number 4, which jumped them up the racetrack and lost a little bit of momentum there. But Michael Pickens is probably the one that's on the move back at this point in time. And the 35M machine of Aaron Hodgson parked on the infield. Graham Standring will be able to come through with a message shortly as what the issue was there as we look for Travis Buckley to get fired up. So just while we've got the opportunity, Graham Standring down there on the infield, what's the word from the Hodgson camp? Yeah, so as we get Travis Buckley fired up, he'll be rear field and lights are out. So we'll get through to Graham Standring shortly to find out what the insight there is with Aaron Hodgson. But with only 5 laps completed, 25 left to run for the New Zealand Midget title. As we set to go green, 25 laps left to run for the New Zealand Midget car title. Buddy Kofoid on the outside. Caden Brown with a run down into turn number 1. He's going to try and slide him, but can't get it done as Buddy Kofoid runs right around him and will check out on the opening lap.
Huge lead down the back straight once he cleared Caden Brown's slider, but don't look now. Logan Seavey working the bottom of the racetrack, gets to the left rear, but the momentum of the top of the racetrack is going to let Caden Brown get away.
And Michael Pickens under attack from young guns, Corbin Anderson, Alec Inslee. and Hayden Williams latching onto the back now. So Michael Pickens being left for dead by the 3 internationals.
Seavey just looking to the inside of Brown once again out of 4. Kofoid and Brown, that lead stays the same this time by out of turn number 2 as Corbin Anderson further back gets tight and Hayden Williams moves into 4th.
And a little bit further back down the pack, the Greenway 1NZ man of Brad Mosen is on the verge of locking into the top 10. So Mo's working his way forward. All he needs is a few more cautions. But as we go back to this battle, Seavey, Caden Brown vying for the same part of the racetrack. Both drivers opting to move down a lane now, so that allows Buddy Kofoid, your leader, to check out just a little bit more.
21 laps left. Brown and Seavey commit to the top down there in turn number 1 and 2, but down into 3, Brown protects. Seavey enters in the middle and tries to turn down through the moisture on turn exit, but he's going to lose a little bit over Caden Brown as Kofoid stretches his legs.
Yeah, Caden Brown looking fast down there at 1 and 2, and he used that rut coming out of turn number 4 to his advantage. So is this the return and the attack of Caden Brown on the American Buddy Kofoid?
Definitely closing the distance as that time by. He pulls it to within half a straightaway. Still stays around 7/10 of a second, but it looks good down here in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, Caden Brown was a 1/10 of a second faster last time by than the American in front of him. So that low line certainly working for him down at turns 3 and 4. But we go back and Michael Pickens running in 4th, and Hayden Williams now is checked out from the young guns further back. So Williams now in 5th. And then it's back to Corbin Anderson and Alec Inslee, 6th and 7th.
The race continues for 6th and 7th as those two are side by side down here into turn number 3. Inslee committing to the top side. Anderson jumping out of the holes down on the bottom side. And Alec Inslee's going to get the best of that too.
And Hayden Williams on an absolute mission as both Pickens and Williams hit the rut coming out of turn number 2. So the racetrack developing down there out of 2. So we'll wait and see how that develops as Buddy Kofoid not too far away from entering lap traffic. So let's wait and see how this comes into play, and does it allow Caden Brown another bite of the cherry?
8/10 of a second the lead as Kofoid continues to get tight in 1 and 2 and then again down in 3 and 4. Is there an issue on the 2 USA as Caden Brown starts to reel that lead in within 7/10 of a second now?
And with 15 laps left to run, halfway distance for Buddy Kofoid leading this one. Logan Seavey just dropping off the back of Caden Brown, but Caden Brown is the fastest driver on the racetrack at this point in time. And Logan Seavey not too far behind, but with only probably a lap left to run before he's in lap traffic. The Langslow Engineering driver is getting a little bit out of shape, and this allows Caden Brown to get under the inside. And this is the battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Caden Brown staying with him, but Buddy Kofoid not looking pretty as they come out of turn number 2.
Kofoid's right rear is definitely getting low at this stage as Caden Brown starts to reel him in. Kofoid sees better and drives to the bottom of the racetrack as he gets closer to lap traffic. Back to the top in turn number 1 and 2 with Caden Brown in tow. Only 4/10 back to Brown.
Kofoid has used up the best of that race car. The right rear, as you say, Hayden, not looking good. And as he runs that top shelf at 3 and 4, it's super tight and almost runs right against the concrete there. So Caden Brown, does he have more to give? We're about to find out now. Is Caden now sets his eyes onto the back of Travis Buckley as Buddy gets into the lap traffic. This is going to come into play as KB with another run up the inside.
10 laps to go this side by. All of the lap traffic in front running the bottom. So Buddy Kofoid has an open lane on the top side as he puts Morgan McHugh lap down. Slide job attempt, actually drives to the bottom to the inside of Shaden Austin. There are now 3 lapped cars between himself and Caden Brown.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Kofoid needed to do to try and give himself some breathing space, was to try and build the pressure and intensity to get through the lap traffic. But Caden Brown now in the thick of it. No cars between himself and the leader. So let's wait and see. Can he close the gap? Oh, it's Kofoid and Terrence Durrell bang wheels down the back stretch. Kofoid loses his run. Seavey gets a little bit closer, but Buddy Kofoid 7 laps to run next time by.
7/10 still the difference as Caden Brown struggling to get by Terrence Durrell out of turn number 4. The next car in line for Kofoid is fellow countryman Ethan Mitchell as he slides in front. There's now 2 cars in between him and Caden Brown as Caden Brown deals with Terrence Durrell out of 2.
Lap traffic not slowing down Buddy Kofoid. He's running that car somewhat straight down at 3 and 4, and it's helping him. And Caden Brown now just has that lap go around. It's Pickens around down at turn number 3. Your 10-time New Zealand Midget car champion turns it round all on his own down at turn number 3.
That is the last thing that Buddy Kofoid wanted to see right there, as the pressure from Caden Brown was almost too much, and the only thing that Buddy had going for him was the lap traffic between.
I tell you what, 7 laps left to run. And would you argue that Caden Brown's teammate is Michael Pickens? Is there something in that?
I think you need to take your tinfoil hat off, Alistair.
Sorry. Getting a bit carried away. Wow, who would have picked that? MP going around on his own.
Interesting. We can see the right rear sidewall of Buddy Kofoid is fully covered in mud. It's such a soft tyre, it's rolling right under. So Caden Brown arguably has looked better probably the last 10 to 12 laps, and with only 7 laps the distance.
We'll have a look at the right rear as well if we can get a shot somehow of the right rear on Buddy Kofoid's car. But there's some peculiar looking black rings on that tyre as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that's wearing and if we can try and pick that up as he goes past.
I think as well with a soft right rear tyre, it means he can't go to the bottom in turn 3 and 4 as well as Caden Brown can. So let's keep an eye on the 2 USA of Buddy Kofoid as this race continues to bear on. And in third there, Logan Seavey, they had just got away from him quite a bit and a big gap back to fourth.
That's exactly it. So have we got a whole new race on our hands? I think so. And look at the driver currently running in third is Hayden Williams. There's that. Look at that right rear. That's completely blistered on sort of around that mid edge of the tyre. That right rear is toast, ladies and gentlemen. So wait and see. Yeah, look at Brown's one. I'd say it's got a little bit, but nowhere near the extent. Nowhere near the extent.
I think to cover for that soft right rear, Kofoid's going to need to try and kind of slide up into the grip. I think we can expect Caden Brown to commit to the bottom down here into 3. So the race is definitely on with 7 to go. Yeah,
so interesting to see. So a lot of the drivers would have seen that on the big screen as they were circulating there, the condition of that tyre. And that right rear is looking pretty handy, certainly as comparison. But similar wear as the lights are out and 7 to go for the New Zealand Midget Car title. Buddy Kofoid, your pace setter with 7 laps left to run for the New Zealand Midget Car title. Caden Brown almost leapfrogs into the left rear as Buddy Kofoid gets off to an early restart lead here. But watch the attack further back. Logan Seavey in third. Hayden Williams running in fourth. And Michael Pickens now slots into the third spot.
Kofoid very tight through the middle of the corner. And Caden Brown's going to take the race lead. No, Kofoid takes it back down across the start-finish line and covers the middle of the racetrack. Caden Brown shoves the nose out of 2.
Yeah, Buddy Kofoid making that race car as wide as you possibly can. And he's trying to use that moisture of running through those ruts to try and help him out. But he's going to have to conserve because he's got to look after that right rear. Caden Brown under thick attack from the 1 USA of Logan Seavey.
Seavey all over the back bumper of Caden Brown. That's one more thing that he didn't need at this stage of the race as we're within 5 laps to go here. It's only a matter of time before we see a slider out of Seavey for second.
Yes, no doubt about it, but can that right rear stay under Buddy Kofoid with the laps counting down? Can he add a New Zealand Midget Car title to his list of championship wins as we see Williams and Michael Pickens get together? But he's got to be careful because Alec Inslee is coming.
7/10 of a second your lead, but he continues to stretch that advantage as long as he continues with the bottom as Seavey. A huge moment into 3, and that allows your front 2 to get away, and it's an equal gap from first to second and then back to third.
Yeah, and that's that battle for 4th and 5th we spoke about as before with Hayden Williams and Michael Pickens getting together. But Buddy Kofoid now goes to that bottom shelf, as does Caden Brown. So here's the battle, 4 and 5, your 2 New Zealand countrymen going at it. And then there's the young gunner, Alec Inslee, breathing down the tail tag with 1 to go. But this man, Langslow Engineering, J.A. Russell, 2 USA, Michael Buddy Kofoid is your New Zealand Midget Car champion. Second place going to Caden Brown in the United Truck Parts. Number 97 and the 1 USA, Logan Seavey, is your New Zealand 3NZ. But ladies and gentlemen, a full international lockout for 1, 2 and 3NZ. Buddy Kofoid takes the win from Caden Brown, Logan Seavey, Michael Pickens, and 5th is Hayden Williams. So there we have it. So it'll be interesting to see. We're just talking about, obviously, the rules and regulations of obviously driving backwards around the racetrack and what that means. Because at the end of the day, there's the donuts as he spins that race car around. But I don't know if I'd be wanting to risk driving around the track backwards when I've just claimed a New Zealand title.
Yeah, I think the enthusiasm's overwhelming him at the moment as he heads down the back straight here in front of the tower. Let's see what happens. We can hear the RPM underneath the Langslow Engineering J.A. Russell 2 USA. He's putting on a show down there out of turn number 4 and makes his way to victory lane. He doesn't get up on the boards, but he's close enough, sits in front.
He almost gets our cameraman down there, but as he climbs out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, he is an international rock star and double champion, New Zealand sprint car champion, and your newly crowned New Zealand midget car champion, the J.A. Russell Langslow Engineering two-way machine of Buddy Kofoid.
Right, with Buddy Kofoid. Buddy, first and foremost, here's some money. Second and foremost, here's a trophy. The wing fell off it, but we'll sort that out. Buddy, congratulations. Absolutely stellar drive. You led from start to finish. There was some talk through the race. The camera guy was trying to pick up on your right rear. It looked like it was a little bit blistered, but you managed to still keep driving away.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know what to say. I'm not sure if an American has won the midget and sprint car title, so if they haven't, it's cool to be the first one. And but yeah, back to your question, our tire's actually less blistered today than it was for the 50 lapper, and yeah, track was not what I thought it would be. It was really treacherous and it's kind of sketchy, and you know, there's kind of holes everywhere, and you got to kind of pinpoint where you need to enter or pull off of it or exit or like kind of maneuver around. And I kind of knew I needed to go around the holes into one after I tried to turn it over a couple of times, and then there's a really big hole at it too, and I almost turned it over there too, and I just knew if I could kind of square up the corner and get away from it, I thought that was going to be way better than the bottom, and 3 and 4 is really treacherous, and made it a lot of fun. It was good early, it was kind of smooth, and then it peeled up, and I could see the dirt flying across the middle, and I figured people were going to be on the bottom, and saw Caden a couple times, and then I'm not sure if they stayed close to me or not, but I felt pretty safe when I moved to the bottom, and that it was less sketchy and just a lot smoother. But yeah, I don't know what to say to Jason and Linda Way and Trent Way. They give me an amazing opportunity to come down, and there are people that make you feel like family, and for me, coming halfway across the world, that's something that I look forward to, and that makes it half, the want for me to come down is just good people. So, not only that, in an exceptional car, and then to have Jared Martin come down, and just all our crew guys, Paulie, Richie, Dave, Glenn, John, Stu, all the guys do a hell of a job, and we have an army down there for 2 cars, and they all deserve this. But no, I can't do it without Langslow Engineering, Two-Way Industries, J.A. Russell Limited, and our Bullet by Spike Chassis, Toyota engine, and FK Shocks owned by Peter Honeybell. It's really good. We've just been solid all week. So again, also just for me being from America, it's just really special to see this place packed. I hope it's not the last time I'm here. I don't know the future of it, but I hope to God that it stays, and if there's any way. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for coming, and love to see you later.
Well, you are the first American to win both the midget car and the sprint car titles. But the last American to win the New Zealand Championship was Spencer Baston. I think that was about 4 years ago or something like that. But certainly well done, and it was huge, to see you here and dominate, really, the 50-lapper in this and the racing all around the place. So, again, a huge congratulations. It's quite a special thing to win a championship, isn't it? So just all I can say on behalf of everybody, well done, Buddy Kofoid, and congratulations on being the new New Zealand champion.
No, I appreciate that, and it is very special, and I hadn't ever won here before the other day, and this was one place that I really wanted to win at, so really special now to get two of the bigger or biggest races for midget racing here in New Zealand at a place that I've always looked up to.
Also, just before we let you go, good luck with the Chili Bowl. You obviously head off there this week, and your teammate Michael Pickens, so all the best with that, with Keith Kearns Motorsport, and well done. We hope you do well there.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it, and coming down here is one of the main reasons, to prepare for the Chili Bowl, and I feel it's important to come down here and to race midgets. The Chili Bowl's always a place that everyone wants to win at, so hopefully I can be one spot better and beat Logan this week.
Thank you, and thank you, Buddy Kofoid. Second place, and never gave up from the time the lights went, the flag dropped to win your last lap. Effort, excellent effort, the best ever Australian to compete here. That's not taking anything away from your dad and all those. That was outstanding. Well done, Caden Brown.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a bit gutted, to be honest. You don't get many better opportunities than that. That last yellow kind of hurt us. We're kind of just hunting Buddy there, kind of staying with him, and started getting through the hole a lot better before that yellow flag, and then I think just a tiny bit of tyre pressure went down, and it was just a bit of an effort from there. But hats off to the track crew. That was a really juice-old cowboy up track. I'm not usually that good on them, but the car was perfect. So hats off to this whole United Truck Parts team, Brian and Annette Theobald for giving me the opportunity to come out here. Sean Inslee, it's just such a good crew chief. Ever since we come over here, I've been comfortable and fast. So hats off to him. My crew from back home, Dad, Mum, my sister, Ronnie, Brad, little Brooklyn, she's right there. She's having a blast. Cooper, Brooklyn, Fleur, Bruce, Peter, all the sprint car team, and all the sponsors on the car. Got my number one fan here, so just hats off to everyone that makes this possible, and hopefully this isn't the last time this joint's open. Hopefully we can come back next year.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations and very well done. It was a hell of an effort. Caden Brown, second in the New Zealand Midget Car Championship.
Awesome, thank you.
And third, Logan Seavey, well done. You were hanging in there, just not quite there though tonight.
Yeah, I got going really good there, and I found the bottom early. And, I thought I was going to get by Caden, and I passed him for a minute, and he went back by me. And then he got down, and then, went up and showed Buddy the bottom, and he got down. So, you kind of get one chance here with good race car drivers. And, I thought I made it at the right time. Caden was just able to kind of cross me over down into out of two and get back by me, and that was going to make it tough to get back past him after he found the bottom down in 3 and 4. So I was trying really hard there at the end, running the top, and I nearly crashed a few times. But overall a great trip. Love to get a win here at the Springs, and might be the last time here. So unfortunate we couldn't do that this trip, but still really cool to be on the podium at this place. This place is really special, and like I said, I hope this isn't my last time here, but you never really know. So thanks to the whole Green family for bringing me out. This is such a fun trip, and I love coming out here, and it's been almost 5 years since I've been back here, so it's really nice to get out here and run well all trip. A couple of podiums and a couple of fourths, so nothing really to hang our hat on, but we just got to get a touch better there to race with Buddy. So him and Jarrett were pretty lights out this week, and it's just how it goes. They got on a good run and got going. So, like I said, thanks to the whole Green family, Robin, Wayne, Jazz, everybody for accommodating us, and Toddy and Dave and all the guys back at the shop that are helping us out too. So, overall, it takes all of them, and just came up a touch short this time.